Hello again, Shorebird monitors. My name is Bobby Carpenter. I'm the Florida Shorebird Database Data Quality Manager. From here on, I'll be referring to the Florida Shorebird Database as the FSD. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to add a Colonial Seabird site to a route. So to start, we'll go to the FSD website and log in. I'll be using our demonstration website today, but don't worry, everything you see here will be the same as the FSD website. So once you're logged in, you'll be brought to the My Data page. And here on the My Data page, you'll see all of the routes and sites and rooftops that you monitor listed. So today we want to add a Colonial Seabird site. And remember that all sites are associated with a route. To add a Colonial Seabird site, we'll first need to find the associated route in our routes list. If you need help adding a route to your list, you can go to the Resources tab and check out the video on how to add a route to your list. So now we're going to come back to our routes list and look for the route that we want to add a site to. So the route that we're adding a site to today is the Lido Key route. So we're going to find that on our site list. Here's Lido Key. You're going to come over and you're going to click on this Add Sites to Route icon, this little diamond icon. You click on that and it will take you to the page that's called Add Existing Sites to My Route. And here you'll see on the left a table of sites that exist near your route but are not on your list. And then to the right of that is a map of your route, and you can see that there are two diamonds on here. One is yellow and one is blue. And so you'll notice that this yellow diamond corresponds with the site that is in your list that's to the left. And this blue diamond is a colony that exists on your route that you have on your list. So we want to add this colony to our route. And to do so, we can hover over our diamond and it will tell us the name if there were multiple options in our list. But since we only have one, it's pretty simple that this is the one we want to add. So you'll find that route or find that site on your list here, and you're going to select it in the box to the left of the site name. And then you're going to come down and click on this Add Selected Sites button. And once the colony has been added to your route, you'll see this message down here that your site has been added, and you'll notice that your yellow diamond is now blue and there are no sites left in your table over here. But there's another site that we know that's up over here that didn't show up in your list and wasn't in your list of existing sites. So in that case, you're going to have to create a new site. And to do that, you'll come over and you'll click on this Create New Sites on a Route button. This will take you to this first page where you establish a new nesting site. And your first step is to select your site type. And your two options are either a Colonial Seabird site or a solitary shorebird site. And today we're going to be creating a colonial site for black skimmers. So we're going to click on this Colonial Seabird button and then click Continue. And this will take us to the page that is called Establish a New Colonial Site. And so your first step is to select the location of your colony. And there's two ways you can do this. You can either enter latitude and longitude for points along the border of your colony here, entering the lat, long, and then clicking on your add point and doing that for all of the points that you have for the boundary. Or you can use the capture clicks method. And in today's video, we're going to be using the capture clicks method. So to start off, we're going to zoom our map into our area where our colony is at. And remember, I said it's kind of up in this area. And one thing I'd like to point out is that when you zoom in to a certain extent, you'll notice that things look a little different, and you can see that there's this watermark when you zoom in that says 2017, meaning the imagery is a little bit older than if you go, say, 2 clicks out, your imagery is from 2020. This is just something to keep in mind if your map looks a little off and something doesn't quite look right. It might be because the imagery is a little bit older than the most current. And so if it looks like it's in the water, that's one of those situations where it's good in your description to make a comment that it looks like it's in the water, but the imagery is off and it's an accurate location. Those kinds of things help on the QC side. So now that we've zoomed in kind of to our spot where we know our colony is at, our colony exists like right in this area. So now we're going to come back over to the left and click on this Capture Clicks button. And once that is active, this button will become dark gray, and we can come into our map and we can start clicking and creating our colony. So we're going to start dropping points, you just left click wherever this little plus sign is at, and it will drop a point. And so we just start dropping flags along the way, and you'll see that they're numbered, and it starts creating our line of our colony boundary. And so we're just going to come along and drop points, and let's say you accidentally click out here and you don't want your point here. We want to remove that point, and so to do that, you're going to notice that this flag has the number 9, and down here on the left you have this table with all of these points, and these are all the points you just created. So to remove that one, you just come over and click on this delete to the left of the number 9. And so now you can continue to drop your points along the way. And let's say you don't want to delete this number 12. Your other option is you can either delete it and draw a new point, or you can adjust that point. So to do that, you're going to hover over your flag until you see this little hand, and then you're going to left click and hold that left button down, and you can adjust this point to wherever you need to move it to. So let's say we're going to pop it out here. You're going to release it, and then it will leave the point where you released it at. And so that's how you can adjust your points. To move your map, it's the same concept, as you're going to left click and hold that button down, and then you can move your mouse around whichever direction you need to move it as you're creating your boundary for your colony. And once you've created your colony boundary and you're satisfied with all your points, you're going to scroll down to step 2, where you provide your site details. And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to name your site. And so when choosing a site name, we suggest using, kind of a descriptive name to kind of help differentiate the site for other users. If the colony has a name that's been used in the past and you want to continue to use it, you can search for historical colony names by clicking on here. But today we're just going to name our site, and we're going to give it LK for Lido Key, and it is least turns nesting here, so LETE, and it is our second colony that we have on here. And then the next step is to add a little bit of a site description in here, and what we'll do is we'll say that the colony is near the lifeguard tower. And so once we've added in our site description and we've entered in a site name, we just want to make sure that our colony looks like it's correct and all of our points are where we want them. There's no misspellings with our name. The description looks good. Once you're satisfied, you're going to come down and click on this blue submit button. And now you'll see this warning message that there is another colony within 100 meters of this nest or this colony site that we just created. And it wants to know, is this a different colony or has this expanded? And in this case, it is a separate colony. We do want to create a new footprint, and so we will come in and we will click continue. And once your colony is created, we'll come back to our My Data page, and here you can Double check your list to see if your colonies have been added. You can either look for them in the colony table, so you can see that this least term colony 1 has been added and our LKLE2 has been added, and that's the one we just created. Or the other option is you can come up to your route list, find your route here, and this icon here is to view your route. You click on that icon and it will show you all of the colonies that are associated, all the sites that are associated with your route here listed out. I hope you found this video helpful. Here at the top you'll notice the URL for the FSD. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, go to the FSD website and click on the Resources tab. If you would like to reach out to us with questions or comments, feel free to email us at flshorebird.database@myfwc.com. You'll find this email along with other contact information under the Help tab on the FSD website. Hope you have a great day, and thank you.